Hello. Black Dog by Levi Pinfold. This is a really fab book. It's really interesting. It's not terribly well known, but I think it's certainly worth trying to hunt down and see if you can get a copy. This was sold by Bromley Library Service, which is a shame. It would have been nice if they'd kept it and shared it out there, but no matter, here it is in my house, being lent to children at school. And it tells the story of a family, the Hope family. And the dad one day looks out the window and sees a huge black dog. And he gets terrified. There's a black dog the size of a tiger outside my house, and he phones the police. What should I do? Don't go outside, the policeman laughs. But the mum, here she is, she looks outside and sees it, and she says, oh, it's the size of an elephant. And as each member of the family sees the dog, it just gets bigger and bigger. It's the size of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's the size of a Big Jeffy. What's a Big Jeffy? No, never mind. Anyway, the dog just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the family get more and more scared. Look at this, this is a great picture. You can see the dog's eyes staring through the window. They're absolutely huge and indeed rather terrifying. But then, here comes the twist. The youngest member of the family, whose name is Small for short, goes outside. And the rest of the family are absolutely terrified. Here they are cowering behind the door, and Small goes out. And she talks to the dog, plays with the dog, and the dog chases her around, and she says, yeah, you might eat me up, but first you'll have to catch me. You are big, goodness me. And the dog snuffs and sniffs. There she is, all the way. Can you see her there? Just down here in the corner. Look how big that dog is. Incredible. And of course, as the dog chases her, the dog gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, until eventually the dog fits through the cat flap and becomes a family friend. So a lovely story. And of course you can take it at a simple, story about a strange, huge dog that shrinks. And lots of the children in my class, that's what they thought it was about, which it is, I suppose. But some of them, after we'd had a discussion, we realized that the dog was perhaps a sign or a symbol, a metaphor for something else. There was an idea that this huge dog could be something to do with fear and confronting fear. The scarier you believe something to be, the bigger the scary thing becomes in your mind. And Small confronts that fear and realizes that she can manage the fear, can tackle it, can deal with it, and in doing so, make it more of a manageable size, I suppose. So there's that aspect to it, which I think makes the story extra interesting. There's an interesting question also as to why it was Black Dog, which of course is a pretty common-ish metaphor for depression. I think it was Winston Churchill who talked about the black dog in the room, meaning depression. And there's a song in the summer of 2020 in the charts, as they used to be called, or a song on the radio called Black Dog, about a depressed teenager who won't come out of her room. It's a really sad song. And so perhaps this could be about feeling depressed, feeling low, not doing anything about it, and that depression, that lowness, that kind of blue feeling becoming worse and worse and less manageable until something is done, some action is taken, in this case by the small character. I don't know. Could be. Who knows? Who knows what Levi Pinfold was thinking? There's another dimension, isn't it? It's a great book, beautifully illustrated as well, by the way, really lovely, really beautifully illustrated, and very beautifully written. So, there we go. Black Dog, Levi Pinfold. Do give it a go. Try and track it down. It's great. Bye-bye. Cheerio.